So we're in September here now. We're out of those triple digit days, that relentless Texas heat, which allows me, it's a little windy today, but allows me to go running in the middle of the day like today. Today, right now, it's about noon and it's like 89 degrees, which is pretty nice for a run. Not real humid or nothing. So I'm gonna start doing a lot more runs during the day. And you can see I got Buck with me and a weighted vest today. Trying to do some shorter runs with a weighted vest. Let's get back to the house, get out of this wind so you can hear me a little bit better. So the race in Wyoming, the Wyoming Range 100, was roughly 3 weeks ago or so. I've only run like a handful of times since then. My toes actually, and I don't know if it's from a lot of the downhill, because I tried to on that race to really push it going downhill. So just jamming your toes in your shoes, and also just with the rocky terrain, I kicked a ton of rocks, especially at night when you couldn't see, like big rocks. So the tips of my toes are still a little tingly. So I don't know if it was from whatever, the downhills or kicking stuff, stubbing my toe, or a combination of all that stuff. But so anyways, we're about 3 weeks out, or 3 weeks after that race. And I've had a few folks ask kind of, well, what's next? I mean, that's, kind of the progression of how life goes. What is next? And I have a few things in mind. One thing's in January. I have a friend running a race here in Texas. There is also the Dinosaur Valley, which I've done twice. And the nicest thing about that race is it's right up the road. It's like an hour from the house. So I was kind of thinking maybe I could do that race again, but instead of just, kind of how I've done all these races, and now that I've got a few 100-mile races under my belt, maybe I'll try to be, maybe not competitive, like going for first, but maybe actually trying to push that pace. Not trying to beat a cutoff, but actually, putting a time out there and trying to beat that. I will love to, and it's kind of an all-time goal, would be to do a sub 24-hour 100-mile race. Some races, especially like Dinosaur Valley, they give a separate buckle for anyone that runs a sub 24-hour 100-mile. So that's kind of, that's a pretty hefty goal, but I think it's definitely doable. It's roughly, for 24 hours straight, you'd roughly be doing like a 14-minute, and I think it's 14-minute, 24-second mile pace on average. So you got to keep that kind of consistent the whole way. And to do that, I think I'm going to have to do a lot more strength training, as opposed to what I did in preparation for the Wyoming Range, where I was just logging miles, tons and tons of miles. I still need to get miles in, but I want to change it up to where I have just a lot more strength going into a race like Dinosaur Valley. There's not near the amount of vertical gain like a mountain ultra has. I think from the year I did the 100-mile race at Dinosaur Valley, I think they had, I looked at my watch afterwards, I think it was roughly like 8,000 feet, which is not much over a 100-mile distance, but it's a little bit of climbing. And what I've found is throughout these races, at some point, you're gonna hit almost like I don't want to call it a wall, but you're gonna hit a spot where your pace really dives down. A lot of that is due to just strength, not having the strength. So with this one, Dinosaur Valley, it's in November, it's in a few months. I want to really hit the weights. I've been on these few runs that I've done, I've gone with a weighted vest, which is 20 pounds to truck out there, and I'm trying to keep a consistent 10-mile or a 10-minute mile pace with the weighted vest, in the hopes that come race day, you know, a 12 to 14 minute mile is gonna feel effortless. Fingers crossed, effortless. So that's kind of the game plan. Post 100-mile race, that's what I'm up to. Hitting the shorter distances with weighted vest. I'm gonna do a lot of just body weight stuff right now. Push-ups, sit-ups, air squats, things like that. Some of it will be weighted, some will not, until I can get my garage figured out and I can get our dumbbells and stuff out like that to actually put some more weight on. But that's where we're at, and that's how we're starting going into the fall. Also, the weather is perfect right now. Love it. Okay, done. Everyone's getting their lawn mowed right now, so it's extremely loud, but that was mile run with weighted vest. I think I did, with the vest on, 50 push-ups, 100 air squats, and then I did another mile run without the vest. And on that first mile, I tried to do about a 10-minute with the weighted vest, and then no vest, I did about an 8-minute mile. But that's it, and let's see. That took in all about 40 minutes, so that's awesome. Something I can do on my lunch break. And that's always the thing, is folks talk about like finding time. If you can find a half hour to 40 minutes, I mean, it's there. It's there. You'll find it. All right, this day is done.
Hey folks, I'm happy to share that I've partnered with the Bear Mountain. They are an all-inclusive outdoor store right here in Waco, Texas. They carry all the best brands for your outdoor needs. Whether you're camping, running, biking, or just getting outside, they have everything you need and more. And good news, you can get a discount when you use the code Richard10 for your in-store purchases. Be sure to check out the Bear Mountain in Waco. Gear up and get out.